Peace, how are ya, you metal-headed freaks? Alright, last Monday night, Fenway Park, Boston, Massachusetts, at the MGM Music Hall, the 35th anniversary tour of the first DANZIG album, and I was there. Man, what a show! An all-around great time. The venue itself, very nice venue, clean, friendly staff. The merch table is upstairs, sir. Right this way, sir. Have a good time in there. All that, man. Very nice people. And I met Steve Zing. Steve Zing, DANZIG's bass player. Also vocals for his other band, Black 29. Those guys are fucking awesome, and I meant to tell Steve that. I meant to tell him that because ever since I heard Black 29, I told myself, I was like, if I ever meet Steve, I'm gonna tell him that. And there I was with my chance, and what happens? This. You see, I am always so starstruck when I meet people in bands, man. I mean, if it's someone that I'm a huge fan of, yeah, I know that at the end of the day, they're people too, but I mean, they're not though, you know? These are people that, to me, they are gods, man. They are legends, and I feel indebted to them for bringing me music and art that I get so much enjoyment out of. So I have nothing but immense gratitude and thankfulness to all my heroes of the sport, man. So anyway, we're standing there in some general area on the floor, and all of a sudden, there walks by Steve, and I'm like, oh my god, that's Steve Zing. Long story short, it was one of those like white flash kind of moments where even now, I don't remember a ton about the exchange. All I do remember though is that he was totally cool and down to take a picture, and he was friendly, and like here I sit thinking about that, and I'm like, I made an ass out of myself. I know I did, and I forgot to tell him that Black 29 rules, and just, you know, So nonetheless, in the very remote chance that Steve may ever see this, Steve, I'm sorry if I came off like an idiot or something. You were the man, and I am so thankful, so damn thankful that you took a minute to pose with us for a picture, and fucking A, man. Peace and hails to Mr. Steve Zing. Alright, now on to the show. Midnight, Twin Temple, and Behemoth. I can't really say much about any of them, or probably anything, because I don't really listen to any of those bands. I was just there to see DANZIG for the 6th time since '99. Worcester Palladium with Converge and 6 Feet Under. In short, DANZIG ruled, man. We were right up front, maybe 2 or 3 rows from the gate, and Glenn was smiling and moving around and happy and fucking A, man. You know, I kind of have this theory too that Glenn likes to kind of mess with Boston crowds, because this is the second time I've seen him when like some kind of serious Boston sports game was going on, because that night in Fenway the Yankees were playing the Red Sox, and a bunch of years ago I think it was the Celtics who were playing the Nets maybe in some series, but anyway, both times he apparently got word of the winner like during his show, and he announced it, but he also kind of laughed too in like a smirky kind of way. So I don't know, man, it was funny. And I think he got off on it, and if so, good, man, because I always like seeing Glenn smile. Oh, and a quick note about the footage shown, okay? Now, I am well aware that DANZIG is not a huge fan of performing while lots of people are recording with their phones, so for that reason, I did not and would not be recording at all. Someone I know, however, was daring enough to, and they sent me this, so you know who you are. I won't out you, you metalhead reacting to K-pop maniac. Hint, hint, you know who you are. Thanks for the footage. But yeah, man, so the set list, the whole self-title was played with small deviations in the track order, opened with Twist of Cain, closed with Mother, and for the encore, I think, but I'm not sure, but after Mother, I saw somebody on the side of the stage mention something to Glenn, and it had to have been about the curfew, which, yeah, I looked at my watch at that point and was kind of like, oh shit. Indeed, Glenn mentioned that, so I figured, fuck, man, well, long way back from hell, here we go. This is it, that sucks, it's over. Nope. Long Way Back from Hell, and Do You Wear the Mark after it. Do You Wear the Mark, man, from How the Gods Kill. It's my favorite DANZIG album. Perfect. And from what I could tell, he sounded awesome the whole show. He really, truly did. It was a little bit difficult to hear things, I gotta say, because I was being crushed, man, up front the whole goddamn time. Absolutely crushed. Understandably, though, because, hey, why wouldn't people be going nuts, right? But yeah, man, 10 out of 10 show. Tommy Victor slaying it on guitar, and Steve Zing, rocker, bass player extraordinaire. Drummer Karl Rockfist filling in for Johnny while he's out there with Quiet Riot. A terrific job, Karl. Oh, the big giant skull drum riser thing, fully intact, which actually, I believe, that's all thanks to tattoo artist Brittany Elliott of the Haunted Chapel podcast, who apparently the skull was broken for many years and then repaired by Brittany just before the 2021 Psycho in Vegas. And Brittany's husband, John Araya, he looks so much like Slayer's Tom Araya that in fact they are brothers. He was at the show too, on stage, setting up, making sure the monitors were working, the mics were in place, all that. Very cool to see John Araya, so shout out Brittany and John. Well, alright man, there you go. There was my review of Danzig in Boston last Monday night. 35th anniversary of the self-titled. I'll never forget buying that CD, man. I'll never forget buying any Danzig album. No goddamn way. So alright, if you like Danzig or if you liked this video, hey, let me know. Maybe give it a thumbs up. Or alternatively, if you just like hearing somebody bullshit about metal, well then fucking A, man, hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, once again, as Glenn always says at the end of their shows, stay strong, and we'll see you next time on Concrete Spew. Alright, stay metal, my friends.